They're finally here, guys, the 2019 retro of the Insta Pump Fury. I'm super excited about this one. For me, this is one of the biggest launches for this year, probably the biggest if I don't see anything that it surprises me this year. But 25th anniversary of the Insta Pump Fury. Most of you know the prototype will launch on the 22nd in a couple of days, which will be the first time ever to be released. This pair will release soon after, or maybe on the same day. Hopefully the black and blue pair, the original one, will also release here in the US. I know they released in the UK, they will be releasing all over Europe. Maybe I'll have to chase a pair there, but we'll see. Hopefully they're gonna release here. Price tag $150. This is how much I paid. I'm not sure what Reebok will charge us for this one. The prototype will be a little bit more expensive, $200. Is it justified? I don't think so, but that's my opinion. They are also very limited. These will be available through a lot of sites, including Reebok.com. Grab them off a seller on eBay, one of those big sites. They normally have an eBay store as well. So $150 shipped, perfect. Let's get them open. I will compare them to the last release, the 20th anniversary from 5 years ago, and see what's different and what's similar. So first thing first, let's look at the boxes. Very similar to the last box they released. Actually, let me pull it out real quick and show it to you guys. This is the box that was released 5 years ago. You'll see there's a little bit of a pattern on top of it. Let me get closer, more indentations. This one is completely flat, but they preserved almost identically the color. And the labels, this is the new one. Insta Pump Fury, bought my 8.5 size. As you can see, black, green, red, and white. I don't know, they keep insisting it's on green, but that's electric yellow. We all know that. And this is how they were the last time as well. Black, green, red, and white. Again, last time was $150. 5 years later, $150 again. This is probably the only sneaker that I'm gonna be paying $150 retail to get it, because how much I love it and how much history I have behind this shoe. You guys seen my interview with Mr.Steven F. Smith, the designer. I have a tremendous history throughout my years with this shoe. Go back and look at my old videos. I'm not going to repeat them here. And let's get on to the comparison. I have two pairs from the last release, and I grabbed my size 8 back in the day. After a few wears, they fit perfectly well. Now, for some reason, all the last few Insta Pump Furies, I got an 8.5, and they also fit me perfectly well, so I decided to go with 8.5. By the way, last time they released only on full sizes, no halves, so that was it. Let's pull them out of the box and show it to you, and I'll pull the one that I'm wearing and show you the differences. Oh man, what a beauty. Every time I see this colorway of this shoe, it just gives me such a huge pleasure, because I remember the first day I saw that shoe on display on the Reebok store, and from that day, I fell in love. But all jokes aside, this is an incredible design. I absolutely love it. Let's get real close to this one, and then I'll pull the last one 5 years ago and see what the differences are. So, classic design, best looking shoe ever, best looking sneaker from the mid-90s, and the best looking runner, the most futuristic even 25 years later. In my humble opinion, this shoe is still more modern than anything else that comes out today, and I think every designer will have a very hard time topping off the design of this shoe, because what else you can create? I mean, this is just simply incredible. Both pumps are working perfectly well. I'm happy to report. Tried them all right away. I mean, this is one of the best things ever. Obviously, they're not Insta Pump like the original, but they're functioning. They're doing their job. Same materials used as on the other one. Pretty much everything the same. Happy to report as well. We have a real Graphlite there, not the fake one that we've been seeing in other sneakers. And this is the label. Production date is in September of 2018. So they produced these a while back, and we're ready to release them to the market. Great, absolutely great shoe. And let me get the one that I've been wearing from the last release. Put it right here. We'll put this a little bit in the back. And this is the previous release. And I hope the camera picks up the course correctly, because the last time, as you can see, or maybe you can see, these are a little bit toned down, a little bit more dull compared to this one. This is brighter on the toe box, but at the same time, the straps here are darker and kind of more deep red, I guess, compared to this one. These are the first things I can see as an instant difference. The other thing is pull tabs on the 2013-2014 pair. The pull tab is a lot softer, it's super soft, and now the new one is very hard. And I think it's just the material they used. This one is a lot better, more like the original one, softer. This is very hard. Other thing, if you notice, you can see Reebok and the Vector logo right here perfectly. On the new release, not so much. You kind of have to pull this down or pull the ton up so you can see the whole logo. I don't know what's the deal with that. And it kind of looks like the stitching on the 20th anniversary pair. It's a little bit better. As you can see, almost perfect Vector, perfect Reebok logo. And over here, kind of sloppy stitching, even on the Vector logo. I mean, let's bring them side by side and you will see. Yeah, the last time the stitching definitely looks a lot better, a lot more precise. Same thing, let's look at the back. So this is the one I've been wearing, as you can see here, with the dirty outsole. And this one is the new. See how the new one, the logo is almost covered here by the retainer in the back. And this one is visible, no problem whatsoever. I don't know what the deal is with this, what they're trying to do. Another difference you can see if you look at inside, disregard the logo that it's almost gone from the insole, but look at the actual heels. This is the new one, and this is the one from the 20th anniversary 5 years ago. See how much more space you have here in the heel, and this one is more wrapping around your heel. It's going to be tighter. Maybe that's a little bit of the design change that I'm saying. That's why the 8.5 now feel like 8 before. But I believe that the 20th anniversary pair, that it's right here, this was more accurate to the original one. You see how the side window is a little bit bigger here, and over here it's smaller, and kind of this loop goes further in. I don't know how to explain it. You see how there's a bigger king here in the back, and here it's more of a flat, like 90 degrees compared to this one. Minor details that I'm noticing, you know, most of you probably would not even notice or care, but that's what I see. And I think the 20th anniversary is a little bit more accurate than the newer release. As you can see here, produced in December of 2013, released in 2014, so 5 years ago. Same exact insole, same exact very nice thick polyurethane insole they've been using on the Fury. Let me pull that new one as well. As you notice, this 5 year ago version I've been wearing a lot, but it's the same exact logo, same exact polyurethane insole, so no differences there whatsoever. Looking at the bed is the same. Well, maybe slightly different on this one, different color, but that's not really important. Yeah. And then looking at outsoles, exactly the same one, same Graphlite, same modern day Hexalite. And you'll see that, you know, I've been wearing this one a lot. There's a lot of compressions from my weight. Yeah, this is one of the shoes that I wear a lot in the summer and I absolutely love and always love. Luckily I have another pair from this, and now this one. That's my third one from that colorway, and I wouldn't mind grabbing another one actually further down the line. But if I can grab the blue and the black one, that'd be great, so I can complete my OG colorway collection. Same material on the toe box, this black mesh, just like the last release. And you can see now the differences in color. Maybe over time this faded a little bit, but I don't think so. I think it was slightly lighter last time I bought it anyway. And same goes for the straps. Same Insta Pump system. Very little differences than the last time. You'll see the stitching over here on the heel, not the best, a little bit crooked. Here is a lot more graduate done better, and you'll see the tone. Well, it's not really a tone, but let's call it a tone for the time being. It's a little bit more straight, a little bit more accurately stitched, and this one is slightly misstitched. Tiny details. I mean, realistically, very tiny details, and I have to be honest, not a lot of people will notice that at all. So I believe they're still great, and they absolutely deserve their money. Again, $150 retail. Cannot really stress how much this shoe means to me, and this money will be something that I will gladly pay no matter what, because I love them so much. This is a shoe that is, even today, one of the best futuristic shoes ever, and it will be for many years to come, because I think nobody will top that off. A little bit unbalanced on that right shoe. I don't know what the deal is here, but once you start walking, you should be good. Again, even on this right pair, you'll see how the Reebok logo and the vector are kind of covered by that. It annoys me a little bit, and it's a small detail, but I know I'm a bit picky on that. Should have been done like the last time. You can actually see the logo here in the back as well. You see how low this tab goes. I mean, this should be like up here, so you can see the Reebok and the vector logo, but this is going down. So this is just poor stitching from the factory, poor gluing. Again, very nitpicky from my side. Most people would not care or notice, but it is what it is. Regardless, I think they absolutely worth it. Go ahead and grab yourself a pair. This is an absolute classic, and if you love Reebok, there's no way you're not gonna love this model, or you haven't fell in love with it, you know, many years ago. That's pretty much it, guys. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video. Stay tuned to the channel. I'm hoping to grab that prototype model. If I can, I will show it to you in a video. If not, so be it. There will be a lot more sneakers coming very soon. And until next time, guys, you have a wonderful day.